Chris, what is our fourth main topic today?
This is from Brian Fitzgibons. Hey, John, I admit I never saw the Batman in theaters, and I had heard they were doing a Penguin spinoff show on HBO, which I thought was a laughable idea, until I saw the movie. Then I was really excited for the show. However, I just heard that Matt Reeves won't direct it. This kills some of my excitement for it. Were you surprised to hear Reeves won't personally oversee this new show?
All right, thanks a lot for saying that in. And yeah, listen, the Batman, Matt Reeves is the Batman with Robert Pattinson, still, now that we're in, what are we in now, August? Now that we're in August, is still my number 2 best movie of the year. Number 1 is still Everything Everywhere All at Once, which has become A24's biggest thing. My third favorite is The Northman, but The Batman still remains, after seeing a lot of great movies this year, my number 2 favorite. And one of the biggest surprises was Colin Farrell Cobblepot, the Penguin. He was dynamic, and he just soaked up the energy on the screen when he's there. And it's like, he was incredible in the role. I particularly love it, like when Batman and Gordon get him and they got him tied up, like that whole dialogue. It's like, because I'm like you, we heard whispers of this show before the movie ever came out. It's like, really? You're gonna do a spinoff of Penguin? All right. And then, like you, when I saw the movie, I'm like, this can't get here fast enough. Oh my God, I want to watch this. Now, you're right. Colin Farrell just recently confirmed that Matt Reeves will not be directing any of the Cobblepot thing, but don't fret, because his fingerprints are going to be all over it. This comes to us from the folks over at CBR writing the following, and they're quoting Colin Farrell here, and Colin Farrell said this: Matt's up to his bollocks, hovering over the keyboard and just planning the story because he's just so meticulous, Farrell said in an interview with Entertainment Tonight. He's so obsessive about what he does, but he's all over HBO Max's The Penguin series as well. I mean, he's not going to direct it, but he is all over the structure of the scripts and who's going to direct them. And so it's exciting. And that to us, again, comes to us from the folks at CBR and Colin Farrell. And that really is, bottom line, the most important thing. Because I don't think many of us thought Matt Reeves would direct the series. Maybe direct the premiere, the first episode, as we quite often see stuff like that. But okay, he's not going to do that. No worries. We are going to feel Matt Reeves' presence all over this. He is pouring over it. He's apparently obsessed with it. He's going to be handpicking the directors who are going to do it. So while I would have been probably a little bit more excited if we were to hear the unlikely scenario that Matt Reeves was going to direct the whole thing himself, he is a little busy. I think I don't feel at all worried about it, because clearly this is still getting a whole ton of his attention. It's going to have his fingerprints all over it. So I feel like it's still in good hands. And if Colin Farrell's excited about it, because he's very picky about the projects he's in these days, that makes me feel good. Rob, you hear about this. Are you worried at all that Matt Reeves isn't going to be directing this thing?
No, I mean, I didn't necessarily, like you said, I didn't think he was going to be directing it. I figured he'd be producing it. And if he's working on the scripts, after all, we always say this is HBO. HBO has an incredible stable of directors that have worked on, whether it's Game of Thrones, whether it's The Sopranos, whether it's take your pick, whatever. HBO shows have an incredible pedigree of people that know how to make these kinds of shows.
Yeah.
And as long as you have Matt Reeves overseeing the vision, of what the tone of it all, I think the show's in good hands. HBO's not going to want to make a show that's anything less than excellent from this, and neither is Colin Farrell. And it's a limited series. I think it's 6 episodes. Is it?
I can't remember how many episodes.
I mean, I've been watching Blackbird.
I bet you there won't be 30-minute episodes, though.
No, they won't. I've been watching Blackbird on Amazon or on Apple Plus, and it's a beautifully made show, and it's only 6 episodes. And I'm thinking, my God, if they could do this mini-series format, like this 6-episode format, that's all like one really well-constructed story. Dennis Lehane, who's an incredible novelist, has written all the scripts for Blackbird. I'm like, that's what you need. You need somebody that, a visionary, a great producer, whether it's a Matt Reeves who's sort of written the show, and someone comes in and really knocks it out of the park. I think it could be great. I think this could be great. I'm really looking forward to this. I think Colin Farrell was amazing as the Penguin. He's going to chew this up. I can't wait to see it. Delving into the underbelly and also the organized crime. I'm really looking forward to seeing what does organized crime look like in Gotham.
And, we've pointed this out too, but a lot of film fans need to remember too that the difference between a series and movies in movies, the director is the most responsible person for the overall quality. In television, it's not. It's the showrunners, right? And so that's why also for me, it's not that big of a concern right now. But anyway, Chris, you hear this. Number one, are you interested at all in this Penguin series?
Hell yes.
Was there any difference between before the movie came out and then after you saw the movie? And are you worried at all that Matt Reeves isn't going to be directing it?
Definitely once I saw the film, I went, oh, okay, I get it. I want so much more of this guy. And like my colleague here, I want so much of that seedy underworld of Gotham. I want to dive into that. And honestly, Matt Reeves taking this approach to the show makes me feel more comfortable. I'm happy for him to be the kind of orchestrator over everything, the maestro. I want him show running. I don't want him directing this because I don't want to water down the next Batman film. I want there to be a nice cohesion here, but I like a leader who can delegate. And it seems like that's what he's doing.
Look at that makeup.
Oh, it's still good.
Crazy.
It's so good.
Yeah, like I after seeing the movie 7 times, I still look.
I forget it's him.
Yeah. I'm so that's Colin Farrell under
this
there?
makeup artist is incredible. They're also doing the work for Sebastian Stan's new film where he has that kind of oh my gosh.
Facial work.
So I mean, this work is incredible, and Colin Farrell just kills it. He completely transforms in this role.
Right?
He was probably one of my surprisingly favorite parts of the movie. I mean, I liked every time he was on screen. The problem with the series is they got to find a way for me to care about this character, because
That's a good point. Because
if there's no Batman, how would you get me to watch the next episode? I guess that's the showrunner's job. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out. But as far as the character in the movie, that movie wouldn't be as good if he wasn't in it. As hard as that, as weird as that is to say, the way he played Penguin, just like I was entertained by him.
You raise a great point, because the notion of doing a Batman world show that does not have Batman in it. Now, there was mixed results when they did Gotham on Fox, right? Sometimes it was quite good. Sometimes it really wasn't, whatever. So can they do it here? I think that's going to be one of the keys to pulling it off. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Are you worried at all that Matt Reeves won't be directly directing the episodes of Penguin? Are you even looking forward to Penguin? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm insanely excited for it. Whatever you guys think, jump down into the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. We want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, Storyblocks. Guys, I have been an enthusiastic fan and user of Storyblocks for years. I go to them whenever I'm in need of content creation assets like royalty-free music, video clips, or templates for my creative projects, ranging anywhere from little editorial videos to my very own full-feature documentary. Storyblocks helps you bring your stories, videos, and projects to life without sacrifices due to time, budget, or access to resources. They have over 1 million different story assets ranging from stock videos, audio and music, an in-browser video editor, and they feature pre-designed templates, animations, and outros. Storyblocks uses an affordable subscription model, and their unlimited access plans offers, well, unlimited video and audio downloads rather than a costly pay-per-clip model. With Storyblocks, you'll be able to create more content and, more importantly, better content, all while using a subscription plan that fits your budget, utilizing unlimited downloads of demand-driven and diverse content. So if you're interested in upping your content creation game, head over to www.storyblocks.com/Campea and get started today. That's www.storyblocks.com/Campea.